If you feel like you're doing all the right things in your business, but something just feels a bit off, or maybe you're driving harder than you've ever before, but nothing's really changing. If so, this video is definitely for you. Because the truth is that practical strategies can only really get us so far. We need to energetically align. And when we do, that's when we see an abundance of opportunities, an abundance of flow, an abundance of clients, an abundance of alignment and excitement. So if you're new to this channel, my name's Melanie and I've been growing businesses in the wellness world since 2011, and I've also been helping other people do the same too. So let's get straight to it. The first concept I want to speak to you about is embody your future success. So we sometimes have these big goals, these big dreams, these big desires for our businesses, but we put them in the future. And now we have to bring them into the now. We have to embody them energetically, because if we keep putting them in the future, guess what? That's where they'll stay. So when we embody the feeling of already having created what it is that we want, and we connect into that energy, that's basically how we manifest with frequency. So think of your dream client, think of your dream business scenario, and begin to see it, begin to feel it, begin to experience it. What does it look like? What kind of conversations are you having? How do you show up? What's your posture like? What do you look like? What are you experiencing? And then can you embody it? A great way to do this is visualization, and especially using that quantum jumping technique. If you've never heard of quantum jumping, quite simply put, it's a way to jump into a different reality, a different dimension that already exists. So through various sliding door moments in your life, various lives have happened in various dimensions, and you might have a reality that's already exists that you want to embody. So whatever that is that you want to create, that you want to experience, you can close your eyes, imagine yourself walking down a corridor, seeing a door at the end of the corridor, opening that door and stepping into that reality. It already exists. It's just about you stepping into it, seeing yourself it, and then embodying it as though it is the reality in this dimension. The second concept I want to mention is speaking that success into reality. Words have energy, words have a frequency, and it's not about just speaking, it's about feeling again, feeling the words. So you might want to use affirmations, but you need to embody what it is that you're saying. If you are creating affirmations and the voice in your head is thinking, yeah, right, that's never going to happen, shift the affirmation, just make it a little bit more available to you, a bit closer to maybe the reality that you're experiencing. You can then stretch it over time, but choose affirmations that you can connect in with, embody, and feel as though it already is. The third concept is clear any blocks around worthiness. My friend, you are worthy. You were born worthy. This dream, this goal, this desire that you have, it hasn't just come from anywhere. It's come from within. And if it's come from within, it means it's already available to you. It was already decided. So you are already worthy. Now, you might not feel you're worthy energetically, but that's a practice, and that might not happen overnight. But as practices go, the more we do it, the more it becomes closer, the more we feel more connected, the more we feel more worthy. Again, it comes back to that awareness of self. When we zoom out, so we're not just in our own mind and in our own perception, but we zoom out, we see the bigger picture and we see ourselves in that picture, we can ask ourselves, are we sabotaging? Are we taking ourselves out of the game? And if so, what do we need to do in order to bring ourselves back in the game? And that could be the simple tools like meditation, conscious breathing, journaling, going inwards, rewriting the paradigm, rewriting the programming. So again, by bringing in that observation, we can start to see if we have opportunities coming our way, and if we're open to them coming, or if we're blocking them, and see if we can catch ourselves if we are blocking them before we block them again. Push yourself out of your comfort zone, because you never know with a door opening what might open more doors from that. So be that person who says yes and then kind of figures it out a bit later. Be open to different possibilities. Be open to things looking a bit different to maybe what you're expecting, and see if you can embody that feeling of a bit fake it till you make it. Energetically, that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to match this frequency of the future goal that we want to experience, but bringing it into now. So it's a bit fake it till you make it initially. But again, connecting with feeling worthy. This might be affirmations that you want to create for yourself as well. And this leads me on beautifully to the next concept I want to share with you, number 4, and that is align your energy daily. Align with meditation, conscious breathing, with connecting with nature, journaling, moving, whatever it is for you that works. Remember, your nervous system sets the tone of your business. For me, that's why I went into Kundalini yoga initially. It was to strengthen my nervous system. I wanted to create big businesses and I wanted to create multiple businesses, but I knew that at the time I couldn't handle it all. I was really struggling. So with Kundalini yoga, it built my aura, it strengthened my nervous system, and it meant that I could place more in the aura. It meant I could handle more, and it meant there was no or very little overwhelm. So what are you doing to strengthen your nervous system? What are you doing to connect energetically so you feel aligned with what you're doing and you're not going off on another agenda, or worse, someone else's agenda for you? Remember to connect in calmly. I have all these tools that I use when I'm making business decisions, when I'm going into a meeting, when I'm having to make some tough decisions, when I'm having to get over something happening that's been a bit worrying or a bit scary. I use tools. So what are your tools that you use? For me, again, it sounds so repetitive, but it's the meditation, it's conscious breathing. It's also mantras, not just affirmations. So I'll be using mantras from my Kundalini yoga. So it's Sat Nam, it's Waheguru, I use Ekamai, I use Botokaram. I use these mantras to help shift me energetically so I can handle more. So stay aligned and work on building you and your inner strength. When we don't work on building our inner strength, we can be very easy swayed, and we can be very easy to be knocked over by someone else's opinions, by someone else's wants for us, by somebody else's expectations or agenda. And we're here to live our life. We're here to live our connected life that we were born to live, that we signed our contract to live before we even came to planet Earth. It's important that we stay connected. The next concept that I want to share with you is reprogramming while you sleep. So before you sleep and while you sleep, and even when you come out of sleep as well. So before you sleep, you can go into those visualizations of what it is that you want to create, start embodying it, start energetically feeling into it. And then as you drift off, what we can do is, or before we drift off, we can play binaural beats, we can play gongs, we can play mantra. And the reason why we want to do this is because when we're asleep, the awareness, the mindfulness, the consciousness is down. It's here, of course. We've switched off for the day. But then the subconscious mind is able to play, and it's not getting overruled by the awareness, by the mindfulness. So to bring in some sort of police into this subconscious mind, we can bring in the gong and the mantras, and that shifts the energy, it shifts the energetic, and it shifts the energy of ourselves, it shifts the energy of the room. So it then just prevents the subconscious mind from taking over and just going wild. So leading on to my bonus tip, and that's the morning after. Ask yourself every morning, do I feel energetically aligned? And if not, what do you need to do to feel aligned? Ask yourself before you go in meetings, before you make big decisions, before you start your day, before you sit at your desk, ask yourself, do you feel aligned? And I want to ask you, what out of all these concepts are you going to take on board? And if there's any that you actually do already, and maybe I haven't even mentioned, I'd love to hear that too. If you found this video helpful and beneficial, please like, share, and subscribe if you want to hear more. I'm posting regular meditations for soulful business owners every Monday, Kundalini yoga meditations on Wednesday, and these kind of videos every Thursday. I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.